All right, we are back again. I hope you guys are missing me because I miss you very much. But we are back again with one good question, which has to do with Julius Mkhwanazi at Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. The question is, did Julius Mkhwanazi lied at Madlanga Commission? Do you guys still remember how Julius Mkhwanazi had to excuse himself from attending the Madlanga Commission when he's supposed to be going back to finish his testimonies? And he came up and said that, no, my mom died, so I have to organize the funeral, I have to cry my mom peaceful. Do you guys still remember that? Well, today, as Julius Mkhwanazi returned at Madlanga Commission, he was ambushed by the evidence leader who had to question him how he lied to Madlanga Commission concerning the death of his so-called mother. Have a listen.
You recall that when we postponed to today, it was because your mother had passed away. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Which means you were born in 1975.
Yes.
Regardless of that, Julius Mkhwanazi denied and says that this woman who died, she was his mother.
When you say you were born something else, she's my stepmother. She raised me since I was 8 years. No, so since I was 8 years or 7 years old. She's married to my father.
But here's the most interesting part, is when they try to compare the ID number or the age gap between Julius Mkhwanazi and this woman who had died. You see that they're having a age different gap of 10 years. And the question was to ask, how possible is that there is an age gap of 10 years between you and your so-called mother? Julius Mkhwanazi, he was very clear.
I see from these two documents that Mrs. Petunia Profina Mkhwanazi was born in 1965.
20s. Yes, you are correct.
So you're making your mother 10 years older than you.
Yes, I will explain that.
And you being her second born, so that would suggest her firstborn was born around when she was around the age of 8. You confirm that?
He was born in 1974. Yes, I confirm that.
And you confirm that is true?
Yes, I confirm that.
That you were born of this lady, the late Mrs. Petunia?
Yes.
How do you explain the fact that your mother is 10 years older than you, according to you?
Guys, this statement, Julius Mkhwanazi was not happy about it. Yes, Mkhwanazi, he kind of like feels so offense, and he took it even more personal against the evidence leader. Because according to my own understanding, you'll see that the evidence leader did this to ambush Julius Mkhwanazi. First of all, she did not tell him about this docket. She made all the preparation and keep it aside without first consulting it with Julius Mkhwanazi. You heard Julius Mkhwanazi saying that this is my first time to see this docket. And as I'm trying to open it up, I'm seeing some of the things which I never seen before.
I see this birth certificate for the first time in my life. You see, that's why I had to have the grandmother to accompany me to get an ID.
He was not happy. And he even said that at my age, 50 years old, there are certain things which I supposed not to be finding at my age because it's so embarrassing to find a grown man, a 50 years old, discovering certain things about his families that he does not even know.
It's shocking when I'm seeing documents for the first time, I'm seeing other documents for the first time, and I'm 50 years old now. It is an embarrassment for a man who is at this age to find out about some of the things that I didn't have.
The birth certificate which the Home Affairs had provided, Julius Mkhwanazi, listen to me, I'm talking about Julius Malema. Julius Mkhwanazi, Julius Malema, or Klanda Mkhwanazi, those names, they kind of like marrying each other somewhere there, so don't hold it against me. But what I was saying that Julius Mkhwanazi, he was even more embarrassed on the things which he discovered in this docket which the evidence leader had provided to the court. And he confronted her and the Madlanga Commission to say that no, this is not how it's supposed to be, because I'm a grown man. There are certain things I don't know. But guys, let us talk or focus a little bit on what Julius Mkhwanazi had said himself. The man said that these details concerning his family, he says that this is not things that he just wake up and then he just things start happening in his presence. No. He said that couple of family relative or issues, these are the things that he comes and he find them up already, because apparently his mother was late, his father get married, and the new wife come and take him and raise him. So as for the rest of what is the age gap or what is what, him, he does not care. All he cares about is about the woman who has raised him. Come to think of it, I think it makes sense not only for him, but for all of us. Because if we have to just to see to focus on that part of the age gap and saying that how possible is that Julius Mkhwanazi, his mother, she had only like 10 years apart from Julius Mkhwanazi. That one is going to be like being unfair, because we all know in this country how many children are being raised by their aunts, by their grandmothers, by their uncles. It depends on what kind of relationship the person who's raising this child had with the parent of these children. Me and myself, I know a couple of people, they will come and tell you that, no, look, cool bears, this is what happened. I remember this person had a sister, and the sister passed on when she was giving birth, and then this one went and adopted the child. So we all know this. As long you have the rightful to have this child in your possession as your own, you can declare so. And you heard Julius Mkhwanazi insisting a couple of times as he was giving the answer. He did not even refuse to reject or withdraw whatsoever the evidence leader had put before the Madlanga Commission. He insisted, saying that I'll keep on saying the same thing because this is the woman who raised me. If I'm still alive today, yes, it is thanks to God, but it is because of her. She educated me. She gave me all her best.
I can't say because she has passed on. Now and start labeling her that she's not my mother, she's the mother of the other mother, you see.
So there, again, you will see that the man is speaking from his emotions. You will tell that the man, he did not want to deny this woman because he said that I'm not going to deny her because she's now late. No, I'll stick to this because I never met my mom. I don't know nothing much about my mom. And this is the woman who was there for me as my mom. So I think the Madlanga Commission, they were very understanding on this point. Regardless of what was the idea of the evidence leader, the Madlanga Commission, they had to consider also on the other side of Julius Mkhwanazi. What to take from all this? Madlanga Commission, they had to ask questions, for example, like to know, was it there anyone who died in Julius Mkhwanazi family? Yes, there was a person. Was this person being known as Julius Mkhwanazi's mother? Yes, there was someone who was known as Julius Mkhwanazi, regardless of the age gap, because according to the evidence leader, they went all the way to Home Affairs in order for them to discuss with Home Affairs, get the papers and everything, so that they'll come back and prove that no, it is impossible for your mother to be 10 years apart from your age. Which is true. It is impossible, but again, remember back then, a lot of things used to happen. Our mothers, they used even to get married by 13 years. Yeah, our fathers 18 years, as long you provide yourself a land, you provide what you can do for this woman, they can give you a wife. So again, these are the things which was a kind of like a bit tricky, but at the same time, it is more understandable. So now, to answer to the question, did Julius Mkhwanazi lied to Madlanga Commission about the death of his mother? According to me, I think he did not lie. He did not lie. Why? Because one, there was someone who died in his family. Someone who's very dear to him. Someone who's more closer to him. And here we're talking about someone who's being considered as a mother because she's the one who played the mother figure role in his life. So that one, I mean, for me, I don't think he lied because all of us, I'm not removing anyone, all of us, if you are being raised by someone or if you are having this special person who contributes a lot to your life for you to become the person that you are today, and then it happened that tomorrow you are having an interview and they are telling you today that this person have died. I mean, you're not going to have the courage for you to leave that person laying in the mortuary for you to go and do this interview. You'll either ask for them to reschedule another date because you know how important the death of this person had to affect you. So Julius Mkhwanazi is also within his right for him to cry the woman who had raised him. Let us forget about the age gap in anything. As I said at the beginning, that we know men children are being raised out there by their uncles, by their aunts, who are not that old enough to be their parents, their mother or their father. So when these kind of things have to come forward and being shown on the national TVs, if we act with our emotions, then which means we'll be destroying the truth, which can catch us later on in the future. So to avoid those kind of things, we need to be sincere, truthful with our emotions, with our actions toward other people, regardless of what we are accusing them of. I'm not saying that Julius Mkhwanazi is perfect or not. We all know that this man is being hand-coded. He has a lot to explain. And I'm afraid to say that the jail is knocking on his doors. Yes, the doors of jails are already open for him. He might be the next Faninkosi to be arrested in police custodies. That can be the case. Proof to that, when you saw him at the Madlanga, he's busy sweating, like, look at the weather. But the man is sweating already like no one's business. Why? Because he has a lot to explain and he knows that this time is not dealing with the ad hoc committee in the parliament, but is dealing with Madlanga Commission, which is full of judges who have a lot of knowledge and they have deep questions to ask him in order for him to provide the answer. Another point, you heard Madlanga asking him a question about his lawyers. How come you are now all alone? At some point, we thought we saw you with lawyers. Now you are here alone. Just be honest with us and tell us whether you have fired them. Well, Julius Mkhwanazi denied that and rejected and said that no, it was all about finance. That is what is happening there. So, guys, I believe it was very important we come and discuss with you about this because I saw some people acting with emotions about it, but we have to come and give you even more clarity with the fact of what is happening in our society today. So I'm looking forward to see you again in our next video, but for now, continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.